Good afternoon, everyone. I'm coming to you in Karen's kitchen with another recipe, as you can see. Hi, Kadeen, good to see you. This is pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, which I use carob. And this is going to be in steps, but I will tell you everything that's in it as soon as it. Hi, good to see you. As soon as I get it all, I'll put it on the cookie sheet. I'll tell you what's everything in it because I've got to do this in steps. Right now, I'm combining flour. And the sugars I used was coconut sugar and cane sugar. They called for granulated sugar and brown sugar. Well, but brown sugar is too hard, and I didn't want to use it, so I threw it away. I don't like using refined sugar, so I'm using my cane sugar, and I'm using my coconut palm sugar. Oh, yes, and I hopefully, I put in hashtag Thanksgiving, so I should be coming up with turkeys for hearts as well. Okay, I've already got my oven already lit, so now I'm going to combine this for about 2 minutes. When I've got it in a bowl, I'll put this down so you can see my bowl. Sorry about that. There you go. All right, what I have in my bowl is coconut oil. I have, let's see, a little bit. I got the coconut palm sugar and the cane sugar. I've got vanilla, and I got to beat them at medium speed until smooth, about 2 minutes. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to have to estimate the time because I haven't had to set no time or anything. Welcome to everybody coming in. Thank you for sharing this out. It's got to be well combined. You got to get all the lumps and everything out. Welcome to those coming in. Thank you. And thank you to my moderators as well for taking care of the box. I would say that's mixed pretty well. Now they say to add the molasses, which I don't have molasses. So instead of adding molasses, I'm going to use maple syrup. Let's see how much that is. Let's see, it's not in any certain order up here. 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Let me put the lid back on this. I'll put this back before I... Hi, good to see you. Welcome, Erlene. Let me put this back. Okay, now I just got to put the molasses, or of course that's, we know what that was, coconut milk. Now you say you can use almond milk or soy milk, so I don't have any coconut milk and like this. I'm using almond milk. And then pumpkin puree. I've got that sitting here, which I haven't measured that out yet. You can see that. So I'm going to measure my milk right now, and I believe that's. Let's see. Let's see. Pardon me, I got to find it up here because it's not, like I said, it's not in any certain order on my list. 2 tablespoons of unsweetened coconut milk. Okay, 2 tablespoons. This makes a mess. It's brand new, so it doesn't like to come out like this. It comes out faster than it should. Let me put this back. Okay. Then I have to add pumpkin puree, and let's see how much of that takes, the pumpkin puree. 1/3 of a cup. Okay. And I got these small little cups that I like to use here. Sometimes they help a little bit better because the other ones I've got dirty right now, so I'm going to have to use these. And this is really a process to make these cookies, but they look so good from what I could see on the. And in case you're wondering what this white is, that's just the coconut oil, so it's not going to hurt a thing. And I'll put the cap back on. I'm going to put that in a container later and probably freeze it up. Okay, now I think I've got everything. Pumpkin puree, and beat on low speed until well combined. All right. This calls for either a hand mixer or a stand mixer. Well, I don't have the stand mixer, so I have to do this. But this will work just fine. Sit there like that. Now I have to add the dry ingredients into the wet mixture, and with a mixer on low speed, beat until ingredients are combined. Okay, it's going to be batter. It's going to be very, very thick. Okay, what I have in this bowl is I have flour, and I have my I have a baking soda substitute, and I've got pumpkin pie spice, and I whisk those to combine them. So. Oh, you can tell it's going to be very thick. Got to clean these off. They're getting kind of... Come in here and clean the beaters off. I think it'll work a little bit better. Put it up a little higher, I think, just a little bit. Might mix a little better. Okay, I think that's about enough. I'm going to put the chocolate chips. I haven't got those measured out yet. I want to do this in steps. Get most of the prep work done before I come in here. Some of the basics and everything else you can watch me do. And as of course, this will go on Facebook, and I'll tell you everything that goes into it and exactly how much and what it takes to make it. These things are hard to get off. Excuse me. My daughter-in-law got me this for Christmas last year, and they don't want to come off too well. So there we come. You got to pull one off at a time. There it comes. All right. I'll put these in. I got a bunch of dishes to do again, as always. Okay. Now it says to fold in 1.5 cups of your Okay. So I got my a cup and a quarter, I think. Yeah, 1.25 cups. That's too much. That's here. welcome to everybody that's in here, and thank you for being here for me and watching me do this. Like I said, it's in steps. Now this I won't put the mixer on for. This I may be almost out of chips. I may not have enough. May not have enough to put on top. I had to go and order some more today from Amazon. I might have just enough to do this, but that's it. So I don't, whoops, I'm using the wrong one. Yeah, might as well just dump them all in there. It's a little more than a cup and a quarter, but it's all right. Supposed to have a full cup and a half. I don't have that much, but I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, now I'm going to take my, throw this away. I'll go throw this away. Now I'm going to fold these in. And you can see how thick this is going to be. Really thick. But they ought to be really good. Really, really good. And for just using a third of a cup, it's going to be, they ought to be real good pumpkin cookies. I may take these for Thanksgiving. I don't know yet. There's a turkeys coming up because I used hashtag Thanksgiving. Well, I think there's turkeys coming up. This Periscope said this morning, if you use hashtag Thanksgiving, you'll have turkeys coming up on your screen when people put the hearts. So that's what I did. So hopefully it'll work. I see hearts. I don't see, well, yeah, I guess there's turkeys. Oh, there are. Yeah, I see that. Yep, I see. Yep, there are turkeys. Sure enough. Sure enough, there's turkeys. Okay, now let me see what I have to do. I've got my, get my cookie sheet over here. You have to line it with parchment paper. This is what I'll put my pumpkin in when I put it back. Put this down so you can see what I'm doing on my pie pan. I think you can see it. Put it over here. All right, now see what I have to do. Scoop 3 tablespoon-sized mounds of dough onto the prepared cookie sheet, leaving a few inches between each cookie. 3 tablespoons. Wow. Are you supposed to put a lot? Wow. I guess they want you to have big, pretty good-sized cookies. Maybe I don't have to use that much. Well, I'll just... I think they probably said 3 because you got to have big cookies out of it. Maybe there's... Okay. I don't know how many cookies this makes. I don't think it says. That's going to be one humongous cookie. Well, maybe that's what they're supposed to be. That's a big cookie. Well, I'll do what they say. If you make these, you don't have to use 3 tablespoons if you don't want to, but I'll do what they said because I don't need a lot of cookies anyway. Yeah, I know. I'm going to take them. You gotta leave some room in between. Yep, they're big cookies. I think they're supposed to be. I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how many I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't pay attention to the instructions. How many I'm gonna get out of here. So, but you always have such small cookies. And I can see this is a recipe off of Pinterest. That could be, you know, that's possible. Maybe they don't spread. You're right. So you have to do a little bit more. And if I don't use all this dough up, I can just put it in the freezer. I should though. If I only get half a dozen cookies out of it, what do I care? That's possible. Maybe they don't spread. So that's why you got to have them big. So we'll see. I'll probably have a... Yep, that's a little bit more than I needed. Sometimes I get my tablespoon sizes too big, I think. But you're probably right. They probably don't spread like normal cookies would. So you got to make them bigger. Now that is not quite as big as the other ones are, but it'll suffice. I might have just a little bit of tiny batter left. I'll just make that a little smaller. Put a little bit more on here. Probably got enough for one more cookie on here. So I'm going to put that on here somewhere. Yeah, get about 7 cookies. So if you have a family, you might want to double the recipe or whatever. Let's see. Let's see how much they have to be baked for. 9 to 10 minutes. So that isn't long at all. 9 to 10 minutes. No. Okay. There, just do it this way so they don't touch. Okay, there we go. Let me wash my hands first. And then I'll put these in there. Then I can talk to you. Let me put these in here. And let me set my time. I'll set it up here on the microwave. Be easier. Okay, there we go. Well, I see Vanita's in here, and Be Ready's in here, and Arlene's in here. I appreciate all my moderators taking care of these bots for me, because it helps me in the end, because all I have to do is go in and block them when on my replay screen, so it makes it kind of nice. So, when I saw this recipe on Pinterest, I thought, well, this would be an interesting. And I've been finding pumpkin recipes all this morning. So I'll be probably making something else with pumpkin again tomorrow. There's pumpkin brownies I also want to make too, which look really, really good. You know, if you take the time to look at recipes, you'd be surprised what you can find. An awful lot out there. A lot of recipes. I'm going to put this out to set the back on. Welcome to those coming on, and thank you for sharing this out. I had fun looking for recipes, and I'm still not done looking for them yet. Oh, thank you, Arlene. I see you're right on it, Arlene, and Vanita's on it too. You're all for semi-healthy. Well, these are not real chocolate chips. They are carob. I can show you the package, but I threw it away. They are carob chips. They're not real chocolate chips. So they're nothing like that at all. Oh, are they? I've never really had pumpkin rolls. But you know, it's amazing what you can make with pumpkin. There's endless possibilities. This thing just is not scrolling. I don't know why it just doesn't scroll. Whoops. I don't want to lose you. There we go. So, yeah. Well, thank you for the super hearts. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm getting so close to my 185,000. Which is going to go right back into my ministry for making healthy foods, for getting yarn for my to make the things for the homeless. You know, everything that helps. And it's what it's going to be good for them. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm going to be anxious. These are only going to have to be in there 10 minutes, and they're going to be so good to I'm sure. I've only got 7 cookies, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, thank you. I was told that on Facebook this morning that I'm awesome. I'm like a mother, and I'm awesome. I really felt wonderful. That person felt that I was awesome. He says, you says, don't deny it. You're really awesome, you know. And this person is vegan. He said, because God was leading me to help him become vegan. It was God that did it, of course, but I was being used by God to help him become vegan. He's been vegan over 40 some days now. So, and he's thankful for that. People don't realize that they're a lot better off with it go vegan. It's a lot healthier instead of putting bad things in your body. You know, people do that all the time. Just eat the wrong things, and then they constantly get sick. And then they wonder why they're sick. Oh, there's the turkeys. I see them now. Then they wonder why they get sick. You know, it's no wonder, because they eat the wrong foods. And it's crazy, you know. People need to start eating better, you know, and that's why I'm trying to encourage people to eat a little bit better. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Trying to encourage people to eat a lot better than they are now. And if you really set your mind to it, you can do it. You can eat a lot better, and you're going to feel a lot better too. I do sleep pretty well, except for the fact I have to get up with the dogs at night and let them out. So once I have to let them out, it's hard sometimes to go back to sleep. But last night I let the oldest Palm, well, both of them had to go out, not at the same time, but she went out first and he went out a little while later. So I had to get up twice. But I was able to go back to sleep again. I was up by 6 o'clock this morning because Erlene messaged me about 4 something my time. Was real early, and I thought, I'm not even going to read it now. I'm going back to sleep. So I rolled over and went to sleep and thought, well, she could wait till I wake up and read it, because I was too tired to, you know, have to get up with the dogs, you know. But you find your sleeping patterns, your eating patterns are a lot better if you eat a little bit better. You know, God gave us the fruits and the vegetables in the Garden of Eden, and that's what we're supposed to eat. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time, and thank you for coming in. I'm getting more and more new viewers all the time. You know, that's great. But I also got a lot of bots. I wish Periscope would take care of those bots. Nobody had time to say anything to them when they were on earlier, because they were just to show us what they were having for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I read them whenever I can. I got up a little before 6 this morning because the dogs had to go. So I got up then and I read it then. So I was appreciative of it, Erlene, because I was wondering about that too. But hi, good to see you. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I've got my pumpkin chocolate chip cookies in the oven, and I know they're really going to be good. They're going to be something that I'm going to enjoy eating. They really are. And as you can see the way I did it, that they were a different type of cookie. They're moist. They're going to be moist, but they're kind of smooth when I put them on the cookie sheet. But if you can, use parchment paper. Parchment paper, I love that stuff. Sometimes it'll tell me on my instructions to grease it. I'm not going to grease it. I just use parchment paper because I know they're not going to stick then. Because you can grease your pans and things can still stick to them, because I've had that problem. With parchment paper, you don't have that. Nothing sticks, which I think is awesome. It really is. Now, when they come out, I have to leave them sit 30 minutes on the cake pan before I can take them out, it says. It says before transferring them to a cooling rack. Oh, I know, so do I. I swear by that stuff. So I'm getting low. I buy a lot of the cookie sheet parchment paper because they fit just perfect, because I use cookie sheets a lot, and those fit just, and I also have a roll of it where you tear it off and you can fit it to the size of pan you need. Well, that's fine too. But I'm going to have to buy me another box of the ones for the cookie sheets, because I use those a lot. They're so good to have. You know, I really like using parchment paper. I wasn't sure about it at first, but it really works. Let me see what you got. Okay, got more than 2.5 minutes to go. But do what you can to make your own foods if you can. Look at your ingredients. Whenever you buy something in the store, pick it up and turn it over and look at the ingredients on the packaging. You'd be surprised how many chemicals are in there. Chemicals that you don't know where they came from. You know, I don't know. I have never made pumpkin pie with a real pumpkin. I've never bought pumpkins. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody else in here would know. I can't give you the answer to that because I've never made a pumpkin pie out of real pumpkin. When I made pies, hi, good to see you. Welcome. When I made pumpkin pie before, when I was younger, I used to get the pumpkin pie mix that's in the store and make it that way. But I've never really used a whole pumpkin, bought a whole pumpkin and made it. So I'm really not sure. Yeah, there probably are. You know, you could probably Google it. When is Thanksgiving? Thursday. Here in the United States, it's on Thursday. So it's the fourth Thursday of November. So I'll be going to my son's, and I won't be doing any periscopes that day unless I periscope at my son's, which is highly doubtful. But you never know. Yeah, you're gonna get all kinds of answers because some of them really don't know. But like I said, I can't give you a true answer because I've never made pumpkin pie with a pumpkin that you buy out of the store. I really don't know. So I don't want to steer you wrong and tell you wrong when I've never done it. So you'll have to ask somebody that has done it or see if you can find an answer that's suitable. You know, you're going to find a lot of answers, yeah, that are conflicting. I've seen that too. Go to try to figure something out and you'll see conflicting answers to things that I'm thinking, well, which answer's right? You know, they all could be right. It's just different points of view, so they may all be right. Oh, you too. You have a great holiday. And thank you to everybody that's coming in. I appreciate all the people that come in here and support me from day to day and from week to week. Well, thank you, Cheese and Crackers, for giving me those super hearts. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. I'm waiting for my cookies to get done in the oven. Oh, wow, got some more super hearts. Thank you so much. Wow, you people are full of it. Are really, really loving with those super hearts today. Oh, thank you. You know something? I never asked for super hearts. I figure if people want to give them, they're going to give them to me. If they don't, they won't. Now, let me go get something to take these out. I'll be right with you. Holy moly. Ha! Look at those cookies, will you? Wow. Look at those cookies. Well, that one kind of fell apart. I don't know why it did, but oh, it's all right. I'll put it back up there. I think I must have touched it. Wow. There. Oh, thank you so much. Look at those cookies. I'm just going to have to leave them on here for a while. This one kind of broke off a little bit on the edge, but I think it'll be fine. Don't they look amazing? And they're so big. They're so big and big. I have never had this big of cookies. Well, I got a mouthful in here. One cookie's about enough, you know. That's what they said to do. I know, don't they, though? I don't have any more chips to put on top because they said to put chocolate chips on top. But I figured put them inside, that's enough because I ran out. So it's a good thing I ordered them from Amazon. But don't they look good? You can make your own. Yeah, they are big, aren't they? Really big. Well, that's what they said to do. I think they look so great. I really do. I'm going to have to wait for them to cool. I'm not going to touch them or anything. I'm just going to put some, not touch them or anything so they can cool completely off. And I hope they don't. I'll take a picture of them on Facebook even before I take them off of here. And if they crumble afterwards, it won't matter because I've already taken a picture of them. Yeah, you sure do. You need smell-o-scope. That's what you need. You need smell-o-scope. Yeah, you really do. Boy, I tell you, the smell is wafting in my kitchen, I tell you. It really is. I'll pull them back just a little bit so you can see them better. Wafting in my kitchen. And they really do look good. I mean, I've never made this big a cookie, but I did exactly what they said to do. That's what I normally do. When I make something for the first time, I like to make it exactly the way they said. Maybe deviate as far as some of the ingredients are concerned, but do everything else they said. I don't know, because I can't touch them yet because they got to get cooled off. Aren't they, though? Because they got to cool 30 minutes on here before I can even take them off here. I don't want to touch them. I don't want them crumbling on me or anything because I want to take a picture of them for Facebook. So in order to do that, I have to leave them alone. That's what I want to do. But I did everything they said to do. And I don't need that many cookies anyway. I mean, these are going to be great. Maybe the next time I make them, I might make them a little bit smaller. Make smaller cookies out of them. But the first time I wanted to see how they were going to look. And they really look good. Yeah, you're right. They are. They're soft. I can tell you that much. They're soft. But I cannot pick them up since they're hot. I have to leave them cool on here. But I'm amazed that they really look good. They came out great. you know. You never know when you make a recipe for the first time how things are going to go, because it's all trial and error the first time. I know it is for me, and I think it's for everybody. It's trial and error because you've never made it before. You're not sure how they're going to come out, but I think they came out fantastic. I really do. I mean, when Alexis and some of the people see these cookies, they say, oh my goodness, those are huge cookies. They really are. But it took a while to do the recipe because there's a lot to it. As you can see, there's a lot to this. Look at that. That whole thing has got a lot to it. And there's the pit. Now, they don't look as big in the picture as what I have. But that's, you know, I think that was a little misnomer what they said to do. But, you know, I did what they said to do. I can always make them smaller the next time. Make them teaspoons or tablespoon size or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't need that many cookies anyway. If I don't have that many, I'm not tempted to eat them. So there you go. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't need to be gorging myself because I know when Thanksgiving comes, I'm going to get plenty to eat as it is. So I don't need to eat that much now. Hi to those coming on, and thank you for coming on and sharing this out. I sure do appreciate it. I sure do appreciate it because it's a blessing to me when you come in here and you're here for me every day. You know, I try to come on as much as I can, and I try to show you how to use actually show you how to use Pampered Chef tools, is like Alexis does. So that's what I want to do. Try to show you how to use Pampered Chef tools. So, of course, I did use, this is Pampered Chef. I like these things. Let's see. This is also Pampered Chef. You got 3 different sizes on these. These are all dirty, so I couldn't use these. So, but these are good too. These are stainless steel. I bought these a long time ago. I got a cup, a half a cup, a third, and a fourth that I use. So those are okay to use too. So, but I like to come in here and show you how to make things with Pampered Chef tools as well. Thank you, Erlene. You're right on it. I really thank you. I'm thankful for my moderators because you're right up on things. And you take care of those people that need to be taken care of. Stacy had a few in her lunch scope that I took care of. She was getting ready to block one, and just before she blocked it, I muted it. And so I was right on it, took care of it, you know. But you know something? Doing these recipes makes me happy. I enjoy coming in here and showing you how to make new things because I'm learning too. I'm making things I've never made before, which is a lot of fun to do because I don't like to make the same thing over and over and over again. Of course, if I did, I would only scope it once anyway. But when I come in here with new recipes, it gives you guys idea of things that you can make yourself for a certain holiday. I just saw what you posted, Vanita. I just saw what you posted. If I didn't, I can go back and look at your other ones and see but I did see that one. I'm thankful that you're right up on it too. I can see them. Let me go back, Vanita. Is there something that you said that I wanted to see? Let me look. Let's see. Go back and. I don't see any right away, but. Oh, somebody said they'll try to take the cookie that fell apart, just trying to help. But anyway, when I watch the replay, then I'll see what you said, Benita. But I did just see that comment that you put up here. Sometimes the comments don't come through like they should. I've been having trouble with it scrolling. I think it's Periscope's problem. Oh, you only saw that one? Yeah. Yes, yesterday I wasn't feeling the best. I felt like I was going to pass out again. I don't know why, but today I'm fine, just fine. Those days, you get those days, you know. But today I'm much, much better. I was having fun this morning looking at recipes and kind of debating when I should come on because I know Stacy's going to be coming on pretty soon. I'll probably be done with this Periscope by the time she comes on. If I'm not, well, then I can go in there after she's done. But she's coming on at 3:30 my time, so it'll be 6:30 your time. Erlene, and I think 5:30 Vanita's time. But anyway, She'll be coming on pretty soon too, and I know she's got some things to say about essential oils and something else she says she has to bring up. So I don't know what it's about, but anyway, I was on her lunch scope and I was trying to help her take care of some of the bots that she had in there, and she gets some pretty angry ones sometimes, you know. But those kind of people, they really need help. We need to pray for those people, you know. I don't criticize them or anything. We just have to pray for them. I mute them and then say, well, we got to pray for them because they really don't know what are bots for? Be annoying. That's all they're for. It's somebody that doesn't have a life, so they decide to create a fake account. And if you look at the bots, and I suggest to anybody, if you're not doing this, please do it. If you got a Periscope profile, go into your profile every day where you see replays and stuff. Of course, if you don't Periscope, you should still do it anyway, where the settings and stuff. Go into your Periscope profile and check to see if bots are following you, because they will follow you every day. I have to block everyone I see because I don't want them coming in here. I don't want them coming into anybody else's for that matter. Because if they're going to follow me, they're going to go into every scope I go into. Plus, they're going to come into mine. All they are for is an annoyance. I mean, they're not harmful per se like your trolls are. But the only thing is they're annoying because they copy comments. And the ones that are making them don't have a life. And the problem of it is the bots, if you know they're a bot because the username that comes up is not a real name, is some odd thing, a bunch of letters and numbers put together. You look at the profile picture. 9 times out of 10, they're sex bots. You want to get rid of every one of those you see. That's exactly what I do. Every day I get rid of sex bots. I've had so many of them trying to follow me that have no clothes on. I says, no, there's no way you're following me. You know, you get off of my screen. So I will block them immediately. Yes, I do too. You have to. I wish Periscope would get a handle on. They did it one time. Oh, it's been a while now that they started blocking a bunch of them and banning them. But they keep making new ones all the time. The ones that are doing this, I don't know why they're doing it. Just to annoy us, I guess. You know, because that's all they're there for. Just to annoy us. Yeah, they do. They try to follow me as well. Just what to say. You have to go in because everybody that's on Periscope has a profile, whether you scope or whether you don't. You need to get those blocked because they're going to follow you in every scope you go into. You know, because I don't want them in here and I don't want them in anybody else's scope, so I will block them too. So they don't follow me or they don't follow anybody else for that matter and go into anybody else's scope because I wouldn't want them in there. Alexis, I know she gets plenty of them herself. You're going to get them. You know, Erlene, she's right on top of things. And I'm glad of that. I'm glad for my moderators that you're taking care of those because it helps me. Because once I stop this Periscope, right where I view the stats, it's got that they've been muted. And you can go in and see who's been muted, and you can block them if you choose to. And it tells how many. And you can see exactly the comments that they made, which I think is a real good thing that Periscope has done. I really appreciate that now because I didn't know how to do it before. I think what happened before, when they first updated it, it didn't update on my phone like it should have because I couldn't do it. Now I can. I uninstalled Periscope because I was having problems with it. Uninstalled it and reinstalled it. And when I reinstalled it, then I saw that update appear. So now everything is fine. So that's exactly what I've done. I didn't see what that comment was. I might have to go back and scroll. Sorry about that. See what that was. Yeah, you better because you've got to get rid of them. If you don't, they're going to be annoying you. They're going to be getting every Periscope you go to, plus your own. You don't want them on there. They're a nuisance. They don't have anything to say except, follow you and make comments. You know, they can make derogatory comments. If somebody a troll comes in and make a derogatory comment, then the bot will do that. But ordinarily, they just choose comments to pick on, and they copy them. That's how you know they're a bot, because they'll copy somebody's comment. Yes, I set it up that way. When Periscope came on this morning, they were wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving and showing their Thanksgiving dinner and stuff. And they were saying that you use hashtag Thanksgiving, which I had forgotten that. It shows turkey. So I will be doing that all this week. having hashtag. Well, thank you for the super hearts. My God bless you guys for the super hearts. That's wonderful. So, yes, it's hashtag Thanksgiving. So anybody that does a Periscope, do hashtag Thanksgiving, and you'll have turkeys on your side of it. And I think that's kind of cool. Even though we as Seventh-day Adventists don't eat turkeys, I don't mind having them come up as hearts. I think they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. I don't know what that was. There was a bug got on my screen. But you know, that my dogs are out barking at squirrels again, I think. But you know, I think those things are kind of cool. You know, that's what the hashtags are for. You can make now Alexis. I've known what she does. Some of them, and I don't agree with this because I won't do it. They do the hearts that look like rainbows. I won't do that. I will not do that one. And I've got my reasons for that, and Adventists know why I won't do that. When you get to a certain point, you have to have 185,000 stars that become super hearts, because I think 1 star is 1 super heart. You have to have 185,000 before you can cash out. Yes, and you do get paid something like $220 or something like that. I am getting very close. I had 173 something when I started. So by the time I get done here, I'll look to see how many I have, and then I'll know exactly. In fact, I can check my super hearts now and see how many I got coming in today. If it'll show me, I don't know if it will. 363. So I got 363 more than I had. So it keeps going up each and every time. The most I ever got was one day last week. I had 7,500s. Yeah, I'm getting close. I had one periscoper last week gave me. Oh, thank you, Arlene. One periscoper last week gave me 7,500 super hearts. 7,500. I did not expect that. That's why I'm up as high as I am now. And he's the one that came in here. His name was Alex. Oh, I've got over 1,100 now. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Wow. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. That really helps, you know. But, you know, I don't ask for them. I feel if people want to give them, that's fine. You know, I don't always give them either. If people, you know, sometimes they'll ask for them, then I'll give them. But I don't always ask for them because I think in a way it's kind of rude to ask for them. I figure I just let people decide if they want to give the super hearts. And the only way they're going to give super hearts, and I find this to be true, is if the content is enough that it's worth super hearts. A lot of the content people do are not worth super hearts. And yet people will still get them anyway. They'll get them no matter what. Yep, super turkeys. You're right. There's super turkeys today because I put the hashtag Thanksgiving. And I will do up to this week. What's my ancestry? German. My grandparents were German. My mother was German. My father was German. I think my mother was too. But I come from a German background. Although I can't speak any of it. I can only count to 10 in German. But I'm from German descent. So, because my last name, my maiden name was Scheiman. Scheiman, which is German. The kids in school would make all kinds of fun of it, and they'd call me Schuckelman, and they'd call me everything under the book. Because I had low self-esteem when I was in school. I was made fun of a lot. You know, that was really disheartening to be made fun of. But, and people come in here sometimes and make fun too. But, you know, I don't let it bother me too much. But it still does hurt. But people just don't care. You know, they stereotype other people and they say you're ugly or, you know, they wish I wouldn't be up. Because, I mean, I've even had people tell me, get off a Periscope. You shouldn't be on here. You're too old and all this and that. Well, what right do they have to say that? I have as much right to be on here as anybody else, you know. That's right. You're exactly right. Nothing wrong with a German name. You're exactly right. Yeah, there's a lot of German ancestry. You're right. I just happen to come from German descent, you know. And I guess you could say I'm proud of my heritage. You know, I have to accept it. You know, I don't know much about it. I mean, I can't speak German at all. But I'm still proud of my heritage. I'm proud of where I came from. We all have to be. Yeah, everyone's getting muted. You're right. No, I have never been to New York. I live in Oregon. I was originally born in Indiana. I was born in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Allen County. And I lived in Allen County for quite a while. But right now I live in Lane County in Oregon. I don't give my address out because that's private. But anyway, I'm in Eugene, Oregon. My son, he's in Dexter, Oregon. Oh, Fort? Yes. Big town, real big town, because I was born there. I lived there for many, many years. I lived there until I got you're from New York? Yeah, a lot of people that I have on Periscope are from New York. Yes, they are from New York. Chris Forerunner, he lived in New York. I don't know if he still lives in New York anymore. I think he moved somewhere else. But yeah, it's cool except in the wintertime. It's not so cool in the winter. It can be hot in the summer and very, very cold in the winter. It gets a lot of snow in the winter. A lot of snow. This thing is not scrolling. I got to hit that again. Scroll. It gets a lot of snow in the winter. I don't know why it's not scrolling. I'm going to move this up a little bit. There we go. It's not... I hated the snow in the winter. It wasn't unusual for us to get a foot of snow at one time. No, I've never heard that. I don't even live by the water where I'm here. What's a good soup for winter? Well, I had a tomato soup today for lunch. Whatever soup you like. Any soup would be good for winter. Potato soup, tomato soup, even sweet potato soup, cabbage soup, cauliflower. If you like soup, just make yourself one. I've got a Vitamix, and I like to make my soups homemade in a Vitamix. The one I had today, it wasn't homemade because I happened to have a can of tomato soup I wanted to use, so I ate it. But generally, I will take and make my own tomato soup, make vegetable soup. So there's really no specific soup that's good for winter. Any of them are good. In fact, I even had some soup in the summer, although it can be a little too hot for that then. But, oh, yeah. Well, I don't live anywhere near the ocean. We have the Pacific Ocean here on this side of the world. And I'm not anywhere near the Pacific Ocean. I'm about 60 miles away from the Pacific Ocean. I don't think that is close enough to get a tsunami, although I don't know. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. We do get earthquakes here, however, they are minute. They're not real heavy, but you can feel your floor shake, your chair shake a little bit. Yeah, I know. Thank God for that is right. I don't see the people that live on the coast in Oregon, they're the ones that'll be threatened with all the tsunamis and everything, and I'm not, Oh, you got moderated for asking about recipes? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yes, I know. Places like that get right. Yeah. They get a lot of, a lot of earthquakes. I'm not saying they're impossible because I'm 125 miles from Portland. They have a fault line there in Portland. Who's to say that earthquake couldn't come down here, when I lived in Vancouver, I was back in the 90s, but back in 80, I think it was 80 or 81 when they had that volcano there at Mount St. Helens. That went a long ways. I guess the ash went a long ways into Washington State. So, oh, I know. But there's not much we can do about it. We may have a fault line here somewhere, but if we get an earthquake, it's very minute. It's not very heavy at all. I do feel the floor shake sometimes and the chairs shake, but they're small. They may be 3s or 4s. They're nothing major, which is a good thing because I wouldn't want to be in a major earthquake. I couldn't. I don't think I could handle it. And what's happening in Paradise, California, when you think about that situation there, that was totally preventable. It's because of somebody careless with a campfire. Probably didn't put their campfire out, so therefore it spread. And you're welcome. It spread, and look how many people have lost their homes. Churches they've lost churches and probably hospitals. I mean, it's a small Adventist town, but it's just completely wiped away because of the fires. It's terrible. Yeah, there could be. Yeah, I know, it's awful. Yes, it's very sad. It's very sad, but like I said, it was avoidable. But whoever set that campfire and did not put it out, you know, should be ashamed of themselves, because look what they've done. The damage that they have thrust upon the people that live there. I guess actors and actresses, there was some actors and actresses that lost their homes too. There in Paradise. Beautiful homes completely wiped out because of the fires. And I don't know if I don't watch the news, so I don't know if they've got a control of them or not, if they've got a handle on them yet. But I'm hoping and praying that they do pretty soon, because I don't wish that on anybody, you know. I agree. That person should be found. Whoever did it should turn themselves in, because what they have done, you know, I don't think as far as I know, I have not heard. Has anybody heard? Has there been loss of life, or has it just been homes? Because I haven't heard anything to the contrary. I don't know if people have lost their lives or not. I hope not. I'm going to try to get this to scroll. So, you know, that is, losing your home and stuff is bad enough. I have no idea. I couldn't answer that. I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, 3 dead. Oh, man. Losses of lives have been reported. Oh, man. 73 dead in Northern California. Isn't that awful? And 3 dead in Southern California. It's just sad. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my humongous cookies. I can hold them up because the pan's cooler now. But look at my humongous cookies. Aren't those big? Don't they look good, though? And I'm going to take a picture of them for Facebook, because I don't want to eat them until I take a picture of them. Now, I want to take a picture of them for Facebook. I don't want to try them right now. I'll try them later. I will tell you this. My ranch dressing I fixed yesterday. I had some for lunch today, along with my soup. Boy, that ranch dressing is so good, because I had some carrots. I dipped them in carrots. That is very good ranch dressing. It is, wow, when those flavors have come together like that, it really tastes good. Man. Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about football, because I don't watch football. I'm not into sports. I used to watch baseball, but you know something? That's all trivial. It's not important. That's not what's important in this world. And I'm not going to watch something that's not really important. Yeah, I really don't care for sports either. I don't watch golf and that stuff either. That's trivial. We don't need that kind of stuff. You know, get your mind off of things that are really important. My son used to watch a lot of football. He always watched the Super Bowl and that. Finally, he stopped watching football altogether. He said, I don't need it. So he doesn't watch it anymore, which I thought is amazing, because he'd watch it on Thanksgiving. We subjected to it on Thanksgiving. Christmas would be subjected to football, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But he doesn't do that anymore. So I'm glad of that. It's something that's just not, it's so trivial, has no meaning whatsoever. I don't really want to get, I don't want to get involved with sports. I don't need sports. You know, I don't think that anybody needs it. Is Oklahoma City tolerant? Or I don't know anything about Oklahoma City, because I don't live in Oklahoma City, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know about those other cities though, where I do not live. You know, I've never been to Oklahoma City, never been to Oklahoma. Oh, college football. But see, that's the thing. Young ones probably are. See, I'm 70 years old, and I never have liked football. Even when I was a younger child, teenagers, I never liked it. I never watched football, ever. I have not liked it, and I don't, and I will not have anything to do with it, because to me, it's you know, it's a waste of time to see a bunch of guys in a uniform out there knocking each other down to get a ball. How stupid is that? That, to me, that's a stupid game. I mean, who wants to see a bunch of guys running down a 100-yard line to go tackle somebody to get the football? That is so darn stupid, you know. It is really so stupid. I just can't see it. You know, baseball makes more sense, because here they're hitting the ball and they're running around the bases. That makes more sense. That's not stupid like football. But football, they're tackling each other. Good grief. I mean, why does they have to make such a rough sport out of it? You know, and then football's on again, you know, and you're going pretty soon you're going to have the Super Bowl again. Big deal. You know, I don't care about it. I don't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, you're probably, soccer's probably about as bad too. Oh, okay, Tampa Bay. It's just that I'm just not interested in sports. Sports mean nothing to me. They never have and they never will. I just don't feel that I have to get involved with sports, so I don't. So I won't either. I've got to stay away from it. But anyway, I think I'm going to get ready to post this up on Facebook because I got some dishes I have to do because I want to be ready when Stacy comes on her on Scope. So with that being said, wait for me to come on tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'll make tomorrow, but I'll come on to, I'll do it after I take a picture on Facebook because I need to take a picture for Facebook, and then I'll let you know tomorrow how they tasted. But anyway, thank you all for coming in and sharing this out with me. I do, but it's leaking. It's been leaking, so since it's been leaking, I wash them by hand, which is just me anyway, so that's fine. But okay, so like I said, thank you for coming on and sharing this out. Thank you for the regular hearts. Thank you for the super hearts. They're very, very much appreciated, and you know I'll never ask for any. If you choose not to give them to me, that is absolutely fine. So whatever you choose to do, but I'm so thankful for them when I do get them. I should come on again tomorrow. Be looking for me to come on. I hope your night is a blessed one. Take care. I love you all. And God bless. And bye-bye.